Welcome to the safety briefing of the final 2 rounds of the 2021 FIA World Endurance Championship. Because of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, there are still some restrictions we will all have to adhere to.
This briefing is split into 2 parts. All members of the media attending the event must watch part 1. Any member of the media who intends to take a tabard to go trackside or in the pit lane during the event must also watch part 2. This video replaces the on-site media safety briefing. There will be no face-to-face briefings due to social distancing measures. You are required to sign a waiver to say you have watched and understood this briefing. You must print and sign the waiver and bring it with you to Bahrain. Please hand the signed waiver to Catherine Vattioni in the media centre. If you have any questions about the information in this video, you can either email me or ask me in Bahrain.
Please check the latest regulations for entry into Bahrain. You must present an approved PCR certificate with a QR code before boarding the plane, administered within 48 hours of departure.
Any person travelling to Bahrain must have downloaded in advance the Be Aware Bahrain app on their smartphone. On arrival in Bahrain, every single person wishing to enter the circuit will first have to go to a specific location close to the Bahrain International Circuit to do a PCR test. The location of the test centre will be given to you nearer the event. Once the PCR test has been done, you should go to your hotel and wait in your room until you receive a negative result. The result of the PCR test will be available on the Be Aware Bahrain app up to 12 hours after you have taken the test. Once you have received the negative PCR test result, you will be able to exit your hotel room and go to the accreditation centre at the circuit to collect a specific wristband and enter the circuit. Part 1 covers the safety measures we are implementing around the paddock and in the media centre. Please follow these rules carefully and at all times. Face masks must be worn in the media centre. Wash your hands on a regular basis at the hand wash stations provided. Stay in your designated work area in the media centre. Maintain social distancing of at least 2 metres. Respect the one-way system in and out of the media centre and obey the signs in the press room. Do not enter a garage unless you are a member of that team's bubble. For interviews, journalists need to arrange to meet a driver or team member outside of the garage area. Photographers must not cross the pit lane line into a garage. Face masks must be worn when in contact with drivers, team members and officials at all times. Photo shoots must be conducted outside of the garage area.
Press conferences will be broadcast live on the WEC Media YouTube channel.
If you do not intend to go trackside or in the pit lane during the event, you do not need to watch the rest of this video. If you are a photographer or TV crew, please continue to watch. While most of the information contained in this video briefing is the same as the briefings you may have received in the past, there are some changes that you will need to be aware of, so please continue to watch until the end of the video. Tabards must be worn at all times when working trackside and the tabard numbers must be visible. Track tabards are valid for trackside locations. Pit lane tabards are valid for pit lane as long as the photographer is wearing a fireproof and helmet for the WEC sessions and for trackside locations. A deposit of €250 or 110 dinar is required and we will only accept a completed form with credit card details. Cash deposits will not be taken for tabards. There are no trackside red zones at the Bahrain International Circuit. All areas must be treated with caution, and if you don't feel comfortable shooting from a trackside location, please move to another location. You must have a barrier between you and the track at all times when the track is live. It is forbidden to touch, lean on, stand on or go over the barriers. You may not cross the barriers or place your cameras on the barriers. If the barrier is 1 metre high, think of it as 3 metres high and treat it like a wall. You do not touch the wall. If you want to cross the track in between sessions, you must ask permission from a marshal before you cross. Do not cross the track without permission. You must be aware of your surroundings at all times. You must be able to hear as well as see what is going on around you. If you are using a radio, you must only use an earpiece in one ear, not both ears. Please use the type of earplug or ear defender where you can hear ambient noise. The use of iPods, MP3 players and noise cancelling headphones to listen to music while working is strictly forbidden. The pit lane is a working area and can be dangerous. Do not be a tourist in the pit lane. If you don't need to be in the pit lane, please do not go. You may only access the pit lane if you have a pit lane tabard. Fireproofs and a helmet are required for all track sessions for the WEC. They are not required for the support race. The fireproof must be the standard of FIA 8856-2000 or the newer FIA 8856-2018. You may only work in the pit boxes in front of the garages or on the pit wall. You may only cross the pit wall by the shortest route. Do not work in the fast lane. This is classed as red zone. Do not enter a garage. The pit lane line in front of a garage is your limit. Do not check your pictures in the pit lane. If you need to check your pictures, move to somewhere safe out of the pit lane. Do not look at your mobile phone in the pit lane. No tripods are permitted in the pit lane, even on the pit wall. Do not crowd the pit lane. Stand back from the cars to allow the teams to work. Please give priority to the live TV crews.
The grid walk will only be open to media with a grid walk pass and photographers with a pit lane tabard.
An area near to the podium will be available for photographers after the race. Social distancing must be maintained in this area. Only the championship photographer and TV crew are allowed in the podium area. Do not block service road access. The roads must be kept clear at all times as this is an emergency vehicle route. TV camera tripods must not block the service road. Do not leave your camera bag or other equipment on the service road. Do not stand in the openings onto the track used by emergency vehicles.
Media shuttles will be available for photographers to use during all sessions, but limited to a maximum of 6 passengers.
Face masks must be worn inside the media shuttles at all times. Shuttles depart from outside the media centre. For the WEC only, a photographer's pass only grants you the right to take still images. You cannot take video images on any device with a video function without permission. This includes mobile phones, GoPros, DSLRs. TV crews must have received permission to film the WEC prior to the event and must have a sticker on all cameras. All members of the media must obey all instructions from the marshals and officials. They are there for your safety. In the case of disputes, please do not attempt to solve problems yourself, but report them directly to the media delegate or the media centre manager. If you have any questions regarding this safety briefing, please email me at any time. Thank you for your attention.